Live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. We are here today for our big board reveal. Me and Corrupt will be dropping our big boards, and I wanted to test something. So we got a little bit of a music vibe going
It
on here
was
to start it off.
got that Indian vibe, bro. I don't know. You know what I'm talking
Yeah, hey,
about?
don't let Corrupt fool you, bro. That dude is just jamming to it right before the stream started. But we got the big
Get that
board.
slow. Let me know.
We got the big board, bro. It is here. And we're going to be dropping our big board. We're going to go over yours. You're going to explain all your selections or however many you want. Break down the players. Same with me. And then, we're going to have players in different spots. So we might debate on certain players, why they're in certain spots, and just kind of give context to our big boards and things like that. So,
It's Nathaniel, bro.
what's good, everybody? What's up, Benji? Big Play Slay, Brendan, Nathaniel. What's good, everybody? Hit that like, hit that sub button. Let's get it. Also, we'll be live on Tuesday for the NBA draft. I will be live by myself tomorrow for baseball, but next time you'll see Corrupt on the channel with other guys as well. It will be for the NBA mock draft on Tuesday.
Sir.
And then on Tuesday, I have an announcement for the NBA draft, so you don't want to miss out on that. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's cut the music now. Let's cut the music.
I don't want to be this like Indian curry type of vibe. You know what I'm
You're
talking
talking about Johnny Davis, and then you just hear it.
about? Bing, bing, bing.
What's good, young Stingray? What's good? What's good? What's up, Aladdin? What's
Aladdin.
up? Aladdin, what is good, everybody? So, Corrupts, we're gonna start off breaking down your big board first. But before we do that, how are you doing today, sir?
Yeah. I'm doing fine today. Talked a lot. Today has been like a big NBA day today. Been discussing a lot of NBA stuff, from last night, of course, the Warriors won. Congratulations to the Warriors again.
Yep.
Doing some NBA stuff, a lot of like ranking, just thinking, and a little bit of research and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I've been doing today.
Yeah, man. I mean, up until literally we push go live, I've been, just watching some prospects, looking at them, breaking guys down, because I'm excited for this draft class, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see who gets picked where. I mean, we all know how the draft goes. There's always one pick that's this big reach. There's always this one guy that falls, and then I also brought up something recently where there's always that guy in the second round who's like a sleeper pick and who turns out to just be really good. So that's like the biggest thing in the draft that I'm excited for. But Corrupts, we have our big boards out. So now you guys can see how we rank our top 30 players, our first round. Who do we give these first round grades to? Who are first round worthy to me and Corrupts? We're gonna start off with Corrupts big board. Corrupt says I wouldn't mind shading sharp in OKC. We'll see. What's up, Dylan?
What's up, Dylan?
Shout out.
Karam, what's up?
What's up,
B
Karam?
Hub, what's good? MG to the Nas, yes sir. MG to the Nas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Corrupts, we have here your big board. So everyone sees it here. You can start off however you want. You want to start from 30 to 1 or go from 1 to 30? I honestly don't care. But
actually, you know what?
Tell us how you want to do it.
Let us start from 1 to 3 because that is easily the most interesting part of this entire draft, right? So these 3 prospects, well, I shouldn't say the most interesting, but it's like the most, every single year we always have like, we have the number 1 guy usually, right?
Yep.
We always have, fucking Andrew Wiggins or Anthony Edwards, or last year it was Cade. We always have that one guy. This year it's a little bit different. We have 3 guys kind of competing for that number 1 spot. We got Paulo Bencaro, or Chero, I think it's Bencaro. We have Chet Holmgren, and then we have Jabari Smith Jr. Real quick, all these guys are really close to each other. Like, I literally don't care if you had Jabari Smith at 1, Paulo at 3. I don't care. Chet on 1, I don't care. But I feel like out of these 3 prospects, Paulo Bencaro is probably the most NBA ready and most probably has the highest floor out of any of these guys. I think he's the safest pick in this NBA draft. Chet Holmgren, interesting. He has the skinny stature. There's a lot of people. I know Dylan doesn't like Chet that much. I know some people don't because of his length, all that kind of stuff. Pause. But he's still a very good rim protector, and he's good in the post if it's the right person, of course. And obviously he's a good floor spacer. He's a good 3-point shooter and is a stretch four.
Yep.
Biggest
Yep.
issue, of course, is his strength. You have guys like
Mark
Mark
Williams.
Williams, and Jalen Duren who've been able to body them up
Yep.
because of how strong they are, which is why Chet Holmgren should be a 4, not a 5.
Yep.
Jabari Smith Jr., I think he's at 3 mostly because he has the lowest floor out of these guys.
Hmm.
But he also has, in my opinion, the highest ceiling if he can reach that. Um,
Hmm.
Jabari Smith is very flawed. He has a 42% field goal percentage, and it's the same as his 3-point percentage, which is 42% also. Jabari Smith is an amazing perimeter guy, both offensively and defensively. But when you talk about driving, post, and finishing, he lacks, which is very interesting and very concerning. So that's why Jabari Smith is at 3.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get to where I have these guys, but
Yeah.
I mean, I really can't debate what your top three is right now.
Yeah.
I think is interchangeable between 1, 2, and 3, and yeah, I think the top three. I feel like if this is not your top three, I feel like you're just doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Because these are just the clear three best prospects in the draft class.
Dylan says that boy Chet ain't in my top 10. Still has a lot of upside as a shot blocker. Yeah, he's going to be a good shot blocker no matter what. And of course, he's going to be a good floor spacer. To talk about a little bit more about these guys and what they're like think
Mm-hmm.
draft wise, Jabari Smith Jr. thinks he's a lock for top 2. He didn't even practice with the Rockets. All he did, he worked out with the Magic and the Thunder, and that's it. He didn't even work out with the Rockets, which is very interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
Magic and my bad. Paulo and Chet both worked out with these 3 teams plus more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an interesting thing. For 1 mock draft wise, and 2 for like where they are like projected to be at. I think Paulo also would went with the Pistons, the Blazers, and then Chet Holmgren did the Pelicans, the Wizards, and the Blazers also, something like that. So yeah, that's where they're at. Oh my gosh, I want a Pop Tart, please.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, because
Wait, what,
Eagles have
Benji?
signed Jakuski Tart
Oh, we
for
signed
1 year
Jakuski
deal.
Tart. That's a good signing.
Is it?
Yes, that is. Well,
Is
that's a good
that
signing for the
is
Eagles.
that Bobby?
Is that
Oh,
Bobby?
Lock Off Sports.
That's
Am I tripping?
JB Taylor.
No, oh my, bro, stop changing those names.
No, Bobby is
Beantown, yeah, I know
yeah,
that.
Beantown Breakdown. Yeah.
But I thought you changed his name, Lock Off Sports.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Why, Taylor? Why'd you switch your name, man?
Well, that's his sports YouTube name, and then he has his other JB Taylor like welcome name
Oh,
that he used to
okay.
watch the channel on. So yeah, this is
Okay.
his baseball channel that he's on right now.
That's why I didn't know about it because I don't baseball
Yeah.
channels. Stickball.
Mm.
Um,
Hey, baseball's good. But all right, so your top three, like I said, I don't think anyone can really disagree or anything,
yeah.
but you got an
Yeah.
interesting list from 4 through 10.
To continue rounding up the top 10, and I will not spend as much time on every single prospect. Just
Mm-hmm.
quick summary. Those 3 are just the best 3 prospects. That's why I went in on them. Before
Mm-hmm.
Jaden Ivey, 5 Keegan Murray, 6 Shaden Sharp, 7 Benedict Mathurin, 8 Johnny Davis, 9 AJ Griffin, and 10 Dyson Daniels. All those guys are really good, and I can see all those guys making the All-Star team a couple of times in their league. But I don't think some of these guys I'd be a little surprised if some of these guys do become franchise players. Like
Mm-hmm.
some guys, like Shane Sharp and Johnny Davis, wouldn't, or Jaden Ivey, I wouldn't be as surprised. But guys like
Mm-hmm.
Benedict Mathurin, AJ Griffin, and Dyson Daniels, I would be surprised if they are franchise guys. But all these guys are very good, and should contribute and should be at least a good starter or a good role player at least.
Mm-hmm.
Um, 11 Ochai Bahi, 12 Jalen Duren. I am lower on Jalen Duren. I just think he doesn't have the upside as the other guys have in this draft class. I just that's what I think.
Okay.
Jeremy Sohan at 13, and to finish the lottery, we have Tari Eason at 14.
Okay.
So yeah, what do you guys think in the chat? And MG, what do you think? You have any disagreements right away,
Um
and
now,
without spoiling
yeah, without
anything?
spoiling my list, what I will say here is I do understand why AJ Griffin moved down a little bit. That is interesting to see. I know his statistics are very lower compared to the other prospects, but a lot of context behind that. He was dealing with injuries at the beginning of the year. Um, as
Of
far
course.
as Jalen Duran, I don't really care. I don't really mind that spot for him. And I do see why because he has, and I think I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth to him because I have a big evaluation on Jalen Duran as I do like him, but he does lack some offensive upside. Tari Eason, I love. I mean, I love Tari
I like
Eason.
Tarzan too.
The more I research him, the more I get into him, the better he just the more he shows me, and the better that I like him. And Ochai is one of my favorites here in this draft class. At as a wing, so um, I think my biggest problem would probably be I don't really have a problem if I had to like nitpick a little bit. AJ Griffin. I don't know. I don't know. I think I like AJ Griffin maybe a little bit more, but
Yeah.
honestly, I'm not even mad that you did that. So honestly, your lottery's cool. And we'll see. We'll see
By
when
the
our
way,
draft
guys,
gets to it.
this is a big board, not a mock draft.
Yeah, this is not a mock draft, so that
Yeah.
doesn't mean that Dyson Daniels, we can mock him. If we mock him on Tuesday going number 13, don't be like, oh my god, I thought you had him. This is a
Yeah.
big board. This is how we rank players from 1 to 30. A mock draft is, that goes more to team fit. Like somebody might need Ochai over Dyson Daniels, and then Ochai goes over Dyson Daniels. So that's just kind of how that works.
So Dylan says Dyson is too high, and
Okay.
Dyson was very interesting because, like, let me say this: I am not as high on this draft class as a lot of others are. I
Hmm.
think that there's only really one, maybe two superstars talents in their league, and I don't even think that they're going to reach it personally.
Okay.
And I don't really see many all stars from this list. The thing about Dyson Daniels is that he's a freshman, right? Ochai senior. I'm lower on Jalen Duran the most, and
Hmm.
Sohan and Tari Eason are more, in my opinion, more raw than Dyson Daniels, specifically Jeremy Sohan. And I say that because
Yep.
Dyson Daniels did prove that he's going to be a good defender and a good playmaker at the NBA level, especially playing in the G League. So I think that ups him up a little bit.
Okay.
That's why I have him at. That's why I have him at 10. AJ Griffin, he's lower because I think Johnny Davis and Benedict Mathurin are just have one higher potentials, and I think they're more ready off the bat. I think AJ Griffin's a little bit of a project,
Okay.
um, but his potential is really good, and yeah.
All right. So you want to get into the picks outside the lottery?
Okay, so 15 we have Marjan Beauchamp, 16 we have Malachi Branham, 17 we have Mark Williams, 18 EJ Liddell, 19 Nikola Jovic, 20 Jaden Hardy, 21 Kennedy Chandler, 22 Ty Washington, 23 Blake Wesley, 24 Jalen Williams, Usman Dieng, Dalen Terry, Kendall Brown, Patrick Baldwin Jr., Ryan Rollins, and Walker Kessler to end my big board.
Okay.
And Kuram, I see that comments. Patrick Baldwin Jr. I don't know where I can rank him. This is how I ranked Patrick Baldwin Jr. Patrick Baldwin Jr. was a top 10 pick, projected top 10 pick before like the season even started, right? And while he did have a horrible season, I do realize that his body and his length is very promising. Pause at the NBA level, as he's taller and he has a nice length, and he has a good stroke, good form, high release, fast, high release. But why he's so low is his motor, and he played horribly in college against lower against the Horizon League in basketball, which is not good, by the way. That's
Mm-hmm.
like you're playing like with Milwaukee and stuff like that. That's not good. That's not good. So
Yep.
that's how I approached him. But now, MG, what do you have? If you have any problems with the second half of my big board, tell me.
All right. So this is where I start
What's up,
to
Denzel?
kind of shift a little bit now. Now. My first thing is Patrick Baldwin Jr. I feel like that's my
Hmm.
biggest problem. Now, without
Interesting.
leaking anything from my big board, is that I understand the upside, but how and you guys are gonna kind of see it a little bit through my criteria. Yes, I have upside matters in my big board, but you also have to like prove me that you're gonna actually use that upside and use that talent and like you know and actually be successful because he wasn't successful. I feel like Patrick Baldwin Jr. He just didn't care. and you're against lower competition, and you should dominate, and you did not dominate. You didn't show me that will. You didn't show me that want to make it big in the NBA. Now he's still gonna get drafted because he does have a great body frame to be in the NBA.
Pause.
He has he does have some skills, but I don't know. Patrick Baldwin Jr. is just not a guy that I'm gonna be interested to. I was interested when I first heard about him. You know, when you hear about his measurables, and his talent, you're like, man, this guy can be good. And then once I've just kept hearing bad things about him from scouts from
Yeah.
everywhere. This guy has no motor. This guy doesn't try. This guy underwhelms against bad competition. And all the rest of these guys, most of these guys, they have showed up and have had a better motor against high competition, and that's what you need to be in the NBA. Because listen, the NBA, you're playing with the best of the best basketball players in the world, and if you're not going to show up even against bad competition, what makes you think you're going to be good against good competition? So that's
Wow.
Patrick Baldwin Jr. Yeah, I might sound very critical.
No. I wasn't. I saw something that Dylan
Mhm.
said. My bad, my
Oh
bad.
yeah, and we're gonna get to the comment section as well because
Yeah.
I see some comments from Dylan. Um, another thing, I mean, look,
What's
I
up?
am more of a Ty Washington fan than everyone, but
Oh,
I understand why no, I understand exactly why Kennedy Chandler is higher.
we'll have that
Um,
debate after you show
but
yours.
yeah, we're gonna have that conversation um after we both show our big
Yeah.
boards. I like the
Pause.
Jalen Williams thing. Marjan Bootcamp, that's a perfect spot for him. Who else? Who else? Jaden Hardy is interesting.
Very interesting.
Very,
Uh,
very interesting. High upside. And
yeah. Want me to go in live on him a little bit?
yeah, you can go in on
Yeah.
Jaden Hardy.
Jane Hardy. Hold on. I wrote stuff down, guys. So Jane Harvey, the thing about Jane Harvey specifically is that he went to the G League, right, and he
Yep.
stank it up. And after this, I'll get into the comments, guys. I see you.
Mhm.
Jane Hardy came in the draft class as another top 10 prospect. I think he was 5, but he was very very just a scorer, pure scorer, great playmaker, and all around just great guard, combo guard, hybrid guard, whatever you want to say. But he, especially as a 3-point shooter, but he was very, very, very inefficient at the NBA level. He played in the G League Ignite, um, and he made a lot of bad decisions and bad turnovers.
Mhm.
And that just, of course, that dropped his stock a lot. But similar to Patrick Baldwin Jr., he was a top 5 recruit for a reason. My bad, prospect for a
Mhm.
reason. So he's still kept in the first round grade. Towards the end of the G League season, though, he started to pick things back up. Having some nice games, having some nights, and he showed a lot of flashes of still having that great scoring upside and even passing a little bit. And heck, maybe even a so-so defender. He got a couple of good steals throughout the season. So Jaden Hardy is it's sad that his stock fell so hard, but at the same time though, he's a situational type player.
Mhm.
No matter if he goes to the right situation, he could become a sleeper star. Like I'm thinking of a team like the Heat
Mhm.
or like a team that has a good developmental team. Jaden Hardy would thrive in that system.
Mhm.
And to go into the comments a little bit, because
Mhm.
okay, let's start with James, all the way down here.
Mhm.
Hey guys,
Yep.
what's up? What's up, James?
What's up,
I
James?
honestly don't think this draft has any groundbreaking talent. I don't disagree with you. And you said that this class might be good, but not, I don't know about great. I agree with you. I think there's like a 5-year table, like from 2019 to like 2023, 2024. I think this is the weakest class, personally. Um,
I don't
but we,
see a superstar. Like I feel like from every top pick in the last 2 draft class, I've seen a little bit of superstar potential or at least star potential. Now, while I do, and I'm gonna get into that with my big board, I do think highly of these top 3 prospects. I agree. There's not gonna be a lot of greatness in this draft class here.
I think I see a lot of good role players, good starters,
Hmm.
and
Some all
in the
stars.
and the top guys, the top 10 mostly, I think some of them can be lower tier all stars, and I think
Hmm.
of course the top 3 guys probably more the all star potential guys like perennial all
Hmm.
stars. But I think Paulo and Jabari Smith has the best chance to be superstars,
Hmm.
but I don't think they'll hit that personally. Mostly because Jabari Smith, I think his inside game is going to be too I think he's going to focus too much on the perimeter, and his inside game will prove to be a little bit disappointing. And Paulo, I think even though his floor is very high, I think his
Mhm.
ceiling is lower than Jabari Smith by a little bit. I don't know if he'll reach that personally.
Okay.
So we go to Dylan. Dylan Terry is too low, which is kind of interesting because actually Dylan Terry, I'm actually higher on Dylan Terry than most. So Dylan, let's have him way higher. But
Mhm.
Dylan Terry is awesome, man. Athletic point guard that can defend and play make. He's not the greatest scorer. But at the same time, though, his Benedict Mathurin and Christian Coloco was the big Arizona guys in that
Yep.
entire thing. Um, um, what's up, Arturo? Bro, Johnny Juzang is the goat, bro. No cap. You're right. I lost L list. Karam says there's two Jalen Williams. Yes, Jalen Williams from Santa Clara is 24, not the Jalen Williams from Arkansas.
Yeah, Jalen
He's in
Williams
the
from
second round.
Arkansas. Yeah, that's a Jalen is with a Lin and
Yeah,
Len. The
L-I-N.
other Jalen Williams. Yeah.
Aladdin, you're having the root beer float with vanilla ice cream. That sounds pretty good, actually. Okay.
All right. Let's see. Any other critics on your big board? Let's see. Other than Arturo saying that Juzing's a go. Jabari is better than Chet, says Mick. Oh,
Yeah.
I
I
don't
mean,
think so, man.
I'm not I don't like I said, these three are interchangeable to me. And what it come down to, since they're so interchangeable to me, I just went, okay, who's the most NBA ready? I think
Mhm.
Paulo is and Chet. I think they're going to be easier. They're going to be easier to get into the NBA than Jabari Smith is, because Jabari Smith is
Mhm.
a very perimeter focused guy. He was very inefficient from the field, but from the 3-point line, he was really consistent. He's actually one of the better players. So he's going to be just maybe the first couple years before he develops into that star, like I think he will be. I think he's just going to be like he's going to be like a 3-point guy, a perimeter, just specific perimeter guy.
Mhm.
Is there any big relatives son in this draft? There's Ron Harper Jr.,
Ron Harper Jr.
Scottie Pippen
Scottie
Jr.,
Pippen.
who are both late second round guys, maybe undrafted,
Mhm.
and Jabari Smith Jr. But Jabari Smith wasn't really. Patrick Baldwin Jr.
Yeah,
Patrick
Jabari
Baldwin is
Smith,
a
his
coach.
dad is
Patrick
not
Baldwin
like
is a show coach.
big though.
Yeah. I think Shaden Sharp could be that all-star if he's in the right system. Yeah, like I said, I think some of
Mhm.
these guys in the top 10 will be all-stars, specifically 9 through 10. I think they'll
Mhm.
be, like I said, lower tier all-stars. They'll get all-star a couple times in their career, and I say only a couple of guys will be actual like all-stars regularly.
Mhm.
Jaden Ivey, I'm a little bit lower on Jaden Ivey. I think it's top 3, a little bit of a gap. Jaden Ivey is cool, but I don't see repeat all-star over. No, I don't see that. That personally, that's just me though.
Mhm.
He'll be a great second option though, second third option on a championship team.
What's up, Bay Area? Shaq's son is somewhere. His son plays
Sharif,
for LSU. He play. Is he going? I think is he going back to LSU? Right?
Sharif,
I think he's going back to LSU.
Sharif. There's something just came out. Just came out, and Sharif was actually going somewhere.
Mhm.
He was going to I think he was going overseas.
I don't know, but
I'll tell you right now.
he's definitely not in the NBA draft. I know that for sure. Jabari Walker is the son of Samaki Walker. If you guys know who that is, not familiar with the name, but all right, I'll look out for that.
Oh no, he's working out. Sharif O'Neal is working out with teams.
Oh, okay, so he is going to be entering the draft. That's going to be interesting to see how that
It's more
plays
like
out.
G League.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like G League.
I mean, I don't think he can go into G League Ignite now, but him in a G League would be cool.
No, just G League because there's like a G League thing by itself.
Mm-hmm.
So what's up, Mick? Jalen Williams is a sleeper pick. I love Jalen Williams. I like Jalen Williams a lot. I
Yeah,
would not be mad at all if Jalen Williams went to the Spurs. So.
Jalen Williams is a sleeper pick. But does anyone have any
Other
any
gripes?
yes
Maybe a
anything
guy
you want to say
that
about his list, or a guy I was gonna say a guy that you think
yeah,
should be in his list that wasn't maybe outside the top 30?
I can tell you one person that I know
Mm-hmm.
people will be surprised about a little bit. Bryce McGowan's is not in my top 30. He's 31, so it doesn't really matter.
Wow.
But at the same time, I see the upside, but I'm also very worried Decision making horrible, inefficient, horrible defender. My bad, he was a horrible defender. His decision making wasn't the best, but it wasn't like horrible.
Mhm.
Horrible defender. He's a cone on defense, and he's inefficient. And Bryce Gordon does have some upside. He's athletic, lanky. But I just don't like him as much as these other guys. I think these other guys above him are either one have more upside or two are more NBA ready.
Mhm.
Yes, I think Patrick Baldwin Jr. has more upside than Bryce McGowan.
Yeah, Patrick Ball Jr. does have more upside. What players do you think the Warriors could draft at number 28? So for them, I'm looking for, depending on what happens with James Wiseman, you could maybe if they do deal away Wiseman, maybe a Walker Kessler type of guy that could be in that area could get drafted there. If you guys are, I mean, I don't really know what they're looking for. I think the biggest question mark is James Wiseman. Are the Warriors gonna give up on him, or are they gonna keep him? Because honestly, if you keep James Wiseman, then you really don't need to draft a big. I don't honestly. You guys just, I don't know. You go for wing depth, but you have Kaminga there. If you go for guard depth, you already have Moody and Poole. So I honestly don't know what the Warriors do at the moment. Maybe another
So,
power forward because Draymond might be on his way out.
so the Warriors, honestly, they could go with Patrick Baldwin Jr. at 28, which is fitting because I have him at 28. They could go with
Mhm,
Kendall Brown, who's athletic, rotation, movement guy, off the ball guy, which is honestly kind of how the Warriors work. Could go if it Ismael Kamagate, Walker Kessler in that range because those are two big men that I'm looking at right now. They could go with those guys. Jalen Williams, maybe if he's there, I'd be surprised. Dieng is lower on my list. You'll see in a lot of other lists that Dieng is higher. He's lower
mhm,
for me. He could go to the Warriors if he drops a
mhm,
little bit. I actually don't. I think he'll be closer to like the 2019, 21 area because a lot of people have him higher than me.
mhm.
Um, what players do you think? Oh, okay, my bad. Could the Suns get a top 5 pick with an in the first round pick? Do you think the Suns can get a top 5 pick with an in?
No. And if one of these 5 teams do it,
Wow.
no. Nah.
The Kings.
If
The
the
Kings
Kings
are looking
do
to
it,
trade the fourth.
come on, bro. No. If the Kings could get Aiden with another pick, bro. No. No. No.
That's weird.
Ah,
Y'all think Sohan can be an all NBA defensive type player in the league? I love his switchability and can guard all 5 positions. Sohan will be, and I'm checking this right now. This is a confirmed guarantee. Sohan will have multiple all defensive teams, whether it be second or first. I don't care. He will have multiple. He might. I don't know
uh,
if he'll be able to get an all star consistently, but he'll definitely be
that,
considered one of the best defenders in the league in a couple of years, in my opinion.
yeah.
He could do it just this year, like Herb Jones. Honestly, just out the gate, be one of the best defenders because Herb Jones was one of the best defenders, or is one of the best defenders already. Bro, this man, future NFL MVP, bro. You
Mhm.
are sus. You are sus. No. Only your mom get these cheeks. Anyways, James says no way you get Aiden without a top 10 pick. I think you can get a top 10 pick for like I think I don't know if the Spurs would do it.
I don't know. Can you get a lottery with Aiden? That's basically the question at the moment.
I
Are you
think
gonna
so. I think Ochai. I mean, my bad, Ochai. The fuck. I think Aiden is worth a lottery pick. Top 5 though. Top 5 is different than 10.
I don't know. I guess I might give up like maybe 10 through 14. I'll give up those type of lottery picks.
I heard today no one wants to be in Sacramento.
That's tough.
It's Sacramento. They're the worst. They're the worst. They're the worst ran franchise in the entire league.
What's up, Rhea? She
I don't
said,
hear
"What
anything
up?"
from you, Dylan. Oh, sorry.
She said, "What up, guys? I had boba a few hours ago. Subway for lunch, and I'm here to say Oreo Blast Boba is the goat. So I've never had boba. I heard of it though.
I did have Subway for lunch too.
Oh, you guys had lunch together? Is that what you're telling me right now? What?
No.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
no lunch. Yeah.
Dylan, you are more sus than me.
He
Don't
said you
forget
more
that, bro.
sus than him.
You sus, bro.
All right. Well,
I'll trade for a starter. Okay, James.
Are
Aiden's so interesting.
Ah.
All right, okay, no, this is your time, my boy. It's your time.
All right, is that it? That is do you have anything else you want to say about this big board?
Um, some honorable mentions besides Bryce McGowan's. Bryce McGowan's, he can be decent in the second round. You
Mhm.
have Trevor Keels, who's a nice physical guy, guard, specifically and a good secondary playmaker. Um, oh my god, I'm blanking out right now. Hold on. Um, you have uh, you have wow, I am blanking out. Jake LaRavia, a good little white boy from Wake
Mhm.
Forest. He's pretty good as a playmaker, finisher, and defender especially. So those are the guys honorable mentions from this draft class,
Also,
the second
last
round.
question.
What's up,
Now, I have not gotten to Ryan Rollins yet.
Rollins?
Yes. What is your overall evaluation of him?
Ryan Rollins has went to Toledo, which is why not a lot of people know him.
Mhm.
And honestly, I think he's like late 30s
Mhm.
in most people's draft class, in most draft boards.
Mhm.
But I think he has a lot of scoring upside. He was pretty efficient.
Mhm.
He has a lot of. Let me see what I said right here. Yeah, he's good from the mid-range 3 point. He's a decent playmaker. A little bit too much turnovers and a little bit of not finishing a decision problem, just a little bit. But honestly, overall, he's just a decent prospect, a decent NBA guy that can be a good role player off the bench, which is why he's at 29 for me. I think he's pretty well rounded. Um, just needs to be a little bit more efficient from outside.
Okay. All right. Well, it is now going to be my turn.
Yes. Let me see your draft class. I've been waiting for this. I have not seen his big board, and I know I have some problems with it.
All right. Can you guys see it first off? That's the first question. Yes, you can.
Yes.
All right. So let's start
Yes,
off
yes,
with the
sir.
top three, kind of like corrupted. You got the top three, and also I have notes on my phone, so I'll be looking down at that. But the top three, I have the same as corrupt. Paulo one, I have Chet two, and Jabari Smith number three. Now I did write kind of wrote paragraphs on these three prospects, but I don't really need to read too much because I think we all know what these guys are capable of. I think with Paulo Banchero, I think he's just the most ready. I think he has upside on both sides of the floor. And when with any NBA team with this draft class being kind of unpredictable or not the greatest, it has a lot of upside, but the floors of certain players are iffy. I think Paul Banchero is the top prospect because his floor is that high, and he does have a decent ceiling as well. Chet Holmgren, number two. Now, him and Jabari Smith and Paulo, honestly, are all interchangeable. But I think Chet Holmgren is a little bit more ready for the NBA. I am a very big critic of his size and being able to defend big men because he's had some matchups where he's been easily been moved out the way, and that really took his length out of the picture because if you're able to just dominate him, it really just it could affect his ability to block the shot. But he has so high potential of being a shot blocker that you just can't ignore it. And I think his offensive potential is great as well. He shot 60% from the field at Gonzaga. That is actually pretty good because most college players, if you look at the average field goal percentage in college and the NBA, it's a big difference. So I putting up 60% from the field in college is actually huge. And I look at his efficiency. I love his ball handling ability. I mean, to be 7 foot, that lanky with good ball handling ability, you don't find that every day. He's a unicorn type player. And then Jabari Smith is the perfect example of a 6'10 floor spacer. This dude basically spaces the floor for you. And just all over the perimeter. He can score with almost any kind of jump shot. But what really put him at number three for me is that you're 6'10 with no inside presence. Now,
Yep.
there is players like that, right? For example, a guy who I kind of compare him to, not too much. I don't have pro comps for this big board, by the way. Um, but a guy who I kind of compare him to is a Tobias Harris type player who's a power forward who scores a lot on the perimeter and the mid range. But at least Tobias Harris has somewhat of an inside presence with floaters and sometimes can finish at the basket. You can say you have these big players like Porzingis, but at least players like Porzingis and Chet Holmgren still have that versatility, and they have good footwork to finish inside. Jabari Smith just does not have it, and that's why he's number three. His shooting upside, his scoring upside from the perimeter is so high, but it's just the inside game that has to get better for me. So that's my top three. I'm pretty sure Corrupt's not going to disagree
This is
there.
a
So
horrible list. Jaden Ivey should have been one. No, I'm joking.
so now let's go to the
Next
interesting
time, man.
parts now. 4 through 8, because that's all you guys can see. Jaden Ivey,
Mm.
my
I don't hate this.
favorite player to watch. And I got him at number 4. And man, this dude is just he's a showstopper. Jaden Ivey had a good field goal percentage, 17 points a game. Athleticism and explosiveness basically defines what you see on tape. His transition game. And I hate doing this, and this is the only pro comp I have on this big board officially. I'm sorry, I know y'all hear it a lot, but I can't stop. I cannot say John Morant is this kid right here. This kid shows John Morant flashes with his
Oh
finishing
my
ability, his
god.
transition game,
Yeah.
dunking. He
Yeah.
literally is John Morant. I can't hide from it. Um, now his 3-point shot is cool. I think that's he is it could be a little bit more consistent.
Hmm.
But he has questionable decision making. He turns over the ball here and there, especially when defenses trap him or when they double team him as he's driving, or when they send help defense as he's driving. He does turn over the ball sometimes here and there. But Jaden Ivey's an absolute show, man. This dude is I love him, man. I love Jaden Ivey. So Keegan Murray at number 5. I think he's good as well. One of the top scorers in college this year, one of the most efficient scorers in college as well. I think um, his all around game offensively is cool. Now, sometimes he struggles to create baskets of his own. Sometimes he has to get things set up for him, but that's okay because he cuts to the basket very well, and that'll help him in the NBA offense. And then I'm gonna kind of just flow through 6 through 10. Shaden Sharp, who didn't play at Kentucky, I learned as evaluating him, but he was enrolled in Kentucky, so that was kind of weird. Benedict Mathurin, who I actually moved up. I recently had him around 8 or 9, but I moved him up to number 7. I like what he can bring to a table. Great wing player, good shooter, and great athleticism. AJ Griffin, I think he's probably the best 3-point shooter. If not, he's top three 3-point shooters in this draft class.
Wow.
His stats are very low, but like I said, he dealt with injuries early in the year. Johnny Davis has a high motor, can finish at the basket, a great mid-range shooter, and a great defender. He might want to be him and Dyson Daniels are probably and maybe someone else are probably the best guard defenders in this class. I really love Johnny Davis's defense, but his 3-point shot is so wildly just inconsistent. The only thing he's good at when it comes to 3-point shooting is catch and shooting, which I guess can be good. Um, and then at 10, we round out our top 10 with Ochai Agbaji. He is another one who is just a lethal 3-point shooter along with AJ Griffin, a 3-point wing. But weirdly enough, with when I was going through Ochai, when I was looking at him, the dude just is weird because he struggles finishing at the basket. I don't know why, but he just does sometimes. But everything else, he's honestly pretty good. I love his shooting ability, his catch and shoot, his off ball movement is insane. So if you want him to fit in a modern day offense year one, that's one thing he's gonna do, and that's why I think his floor is high because he can be a great role player just off of his off ball movement and 3-point shooting. And now we have number 11, Dyson Daniels. Now I am not high on him, but his playmaking ability you can't ignore. You can't ignore Dyson Daniels' playmaking ability. He does have a great floater, but other than that, he has no scoring upside at all, which kind of scares you into NBA. But he's a great guard defender. He's a good help defender, and with a lot of defenses running the zone defense nowadays, he'll be perfect for that. A great pick and roll playmaker as well. Jalen Duren at 12, he's really physical, great versatility on defense, but has no post moves at all. So not a lot of scoring
Yeah.
upside for him. Similar to Jeremy
Good point.
Sohan, not a lot of scoring upside, but like y'all said, he's probably going to be on some all NBA defensive teams. But with his lack of scoring upside and scoring ability, it'll be interesting to see how many All-Star considerations he'll get in his career. And then to round out my lottery, at number 14, I have Mark Williams. Now, I like Mark Williams, but not the greatest scorer. Is Mark Williams, and he played on such a good team. I don't know how high Mark Williams is if he plays on a worse team. Just I mean, you play for Duke, one of the top programs, but he's cool. He's a good rim protector, a good rim runner. He's great. He gives great effort, and he's gonna be a great defensive player at the least. That's one thing that I am sure on for Mark Williams is that he's going to be a great rim protector. He's going to be a great defender. Average almost 3 blocks per game in college, and he's gonna be a great lob threat. Um, so that is my lottery,
Nice.
top 14. So go ahead.
Before I talk some points about it,
Mm-hmm.
Arturo, no. Rhea says, "Crub, do you want MG's fridge?" Well, it depends on what's in his fridge. If there's a lot of chicken, then I'm stealing it. I'm eating mozzarella cheese sticks. They taste like the goat.
Mm-hmm.
They taste like Michael Jordan. You taste them? No, I'm joking. No, mozzarella sticks, overrated. Anyways,
Nice.
if Smith doesn't go to Orlando Magic, I'm gonna be pissed. The AJ show. I don't know if I've seen you here before.
What's up, AJ?
Welcome.
Jabari.
Hey, Jabari Smith. Never mind. I'm not gonna talk about that. But it could happen. It could happen. I like Jabari Smith as a Magic. That make a lot of sense. Olulakare,
Alulakari.
Olulakare. Hello, man. How you doing today?
What are you looking at, Corrupt?
Flaming Hot Mountain Dew is the goat. Flaming Hot Mountain Dew, trash.
Oh yeah, I heard
All right,
that.
so go up to Jane Ivy.
All right. Oh, we're going up to Jaden Ivey.
What's up? Whoa. What's up, Denzel Cicero? I've seen you here before. I tried to say hi last time, but he was going through his point. Hi, man. Sorry that I didn't say what's up earlier. My bad. Apologize for that. Jane Ivy. Interesting. So yes, I see the jaw comparison. I see it. He is definitely a good finisher, good guard finisher with a lot of explosiveness to finishing the basket. The problem is that he isn't as good as a playmaker or defender. He won't be as Ja Morant. And actually, I think he'll be a better 3-point shooter than Ja Morant is.
He will.
He has more upside in that 3-point. So he's more of like a scoring. Yeah, he's a scoring. He's a scoring 2 guard. That's what he is. And yeah, he's more of a combo guard. He could play point, but I'd rather have him play 2, personally.
Yep.
Yeah. AJ Griffin, you said he might be the best, if not
one of the best.
One of the
him
best.
Or Ochai is one of my. When I watched them, they were my favorite 3-point shooters.
I don't necessarily agree with that. He is a damn good 3-point shooter, but it was on lower volume, and it was with the help of others on that team. I think somebody like a Jabari Smith, oh my goodness, Jabari Smith, Jaden Ivey is a little bit better. I think personally, Johnny Davis.
I don't think Johnny Davis is a better 3-point shooter than
could be. I'm talking about a little bit like upside personally. AJ Griffin's more of a catch and shoot guy, in my opinion.
So, but Johnny Davis only catches shoot. AJ Griffin can actually create shots for himself.
Wait,
Johnny Davis is, as far as 3-point shoot, he's only good as a catch and shoot 3-point shooter. He can create mid-range shots.
He's created at the 3-point level before, but he's created.
Not good. Not
good.
Not consistent.
You are not watching the same Wisconsin games I'm watching, huh? That was crazy.
Consistently. Johnny Davis consistently is he has flashes. He has upside at the 3-point level.
Yeah.
But he's not consistent creating 3-point shots. Not as consistent as I've seen AJ Griffin creating some 3-point shots.
As AJ Griffin?
I'm
gonna be honest with you, bro. I've seen way more. I have not, for as much creation have I seen from Johnny Davis, which I've seen way more than AJ Griffin. AJ Griffin's way less volume. He's I don't know. Maybe it's because I guess, but AJ Griffin doesn't have the volume. Well, I think Johnny Davis. That's probably the problem. That's probably the problem. My biggest thing is that Johnny Davis is shot a little bit more person from what I've seen,
And
and has
yes,
been a little bit
he
more
shot a
effective
lot
players.
more.
And to the Johnny Davis thing, Johnny Davis
Mhm.
was the Wisconsin Badgers.
He
That's why.
was one. That's I mean,
That's
that's
why
no
I
doubt
think he's
about
a little
that.
bit
But I
inefficient.
think
I
that's
think he'll
where
be better
it
too.
really helps and hurts AJ Griffin is that his percentages was high because he didn't
Higher.
take a high volume. But I genuinely think
Yep.
the short sample size we've seen from him,
Yeah.
I'm falling in love with the potential I see. I might
Yeah.
be I might be higher than most guys, but with Johnny Davis, him having to constant offense did cause him to miss a lot of contested threes, which is why his percentages were down. I do understand the context of that, but I don't know, man. I think I just like AJ Griffin a little bit more. But let's see. So Shaden Sharp and Shaden, like I said, Shaden Sharp was very interesting because he actually didn't
Yeah.
play in college. So he was like it was really harder to evaluate him because it wasn't you couldn't see a lot. Shout out to Hoop Intellect actually. You were able to see
You
a lot
know,
of his clips from that channel.
this might be a hot take, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Shannon Sharp is a perennial annual All Star. But I
Hmm.
also wouldn't be surprised if Shannon Sharp does not amount to anything at all.
I agree. I agree. It's really
Like I
blew my
wouldn't be
bust. Like
that.
I think the reason why he has a decent floor, but I think guys like Benedict Mather and Johnny Davis and AJ Griffin have a higher floor, but his upside is just there. Shaden Sharp's upside is just there,
Yeah,
whereas why I have him at
I wish
number
I just saw
6.
him play. I just wish I saw him play because he hasn't. Yeah, I don't think he's
He
besides
did play in college.
practices with Kentucky. He didn't play
Yeah,
college,
I wanted
and
to see how him
he
and
didn't
Ty
even do
Ty
the
Washington
combine.
would have played. That's when I heard about Shaden Sharp, I wanted to see that, man, because I think him and Ty Ty would have been an insane duo.
They still would have
But
lost to Doug Edert, but move down your
he got
move
cooked by
down.
Doug Eater.
Dylan, you was funny for that, bro.
Dylan, you was spazzing, bro. All right, Johnny Davis. Pass him.
Go
All
down
right.
to the lottery.
Yep. 10 through 14. Rest of the lottery.
Ochai 10 is cool. I just put him a little bit lower
Hmm.
because Dyson and Jalen were freshmen, or Dyson
Hmm.
Daniels 18 years old. Younger,
Hmm.
younger.
Younger.
Um,
Yeah. Ochai's 22.
so I put Ochai at 12. Wait a minute.
Okay.
I put him at. Did I put him at 12 or put him at 13?
No, you put him at 12. You put him at 12. That's why I remember you having him at 12.
No, I remember it was 11 Ochai, 12 Jalen Duren. My bad. I apologize for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you on Jalen Duren. I think the biggest
Jalen
problem I
Duren.
have with Mark Williams. I don't think he's a lottery pick. I think he'll. I don't think. I don't think. Compared to the guys around him, I don't think he should be a lottery pick.
Okay.
But Mark Williams is a great guy, very physical, very electrifying
Hmm.
too. He's explosive as a center. Honestly,
Hmm.
oh my god, he was like a 7'5"
7'7" wingspan.
7'7"
It's 7
wingspan. Thank
7.
you. He's
Yep.
7'1" and 7'7" wingspan, so he has a lot of potential. I actually like Mark Williams more than others, but MG likes him more than I do.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually, let's get through these 4 comments, and then go through the rest of the draft.
Yep.
Karam,
AJ Griffin, number 2. As far as what, Aladdin? As
just
far as shooting?
if you talking about shooting or prospects in general.
I hope you're talking about shooting, because if it's shooting, I agree. If it's
Yeah,
prospects, whoo, you got to have a conversation with me.
I think
Thunder discussing trading from 12. But what's up,
I was
Karems?
gonna say I think they're just some of the guys in this draft class who just I think I've seen self-create and be more like a three-point creator than
At
AJ
a higher
Griffin,
volume.
and
That's
at
just
a higher volume too. There's
his
some
volume and statistics are very low.
yeah,
That's why I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because he's only averaged 10 points a
gotta
game.
watch
He
that
had a very
stupid
low
slope.
volume. But AJ Griffin, and then once again, shout out to Hooped and Elect because I seen
Hoop intellect. Oh my
there
gosh.
was a lot of wait, Big Play Slay said something?
No,
I thought you said Big Play Slay. Oh
no,
my
I
god.
said
But
I said
anyway,
hoop intellect. Oh my god, I love hoop intellect too. I like it.
but yeah, I like I said, I'm just falling for what I did see, and the thing with AJ Griffin is like he'd have right has where he's 0 for 4 from 3, but he can just turn on that switch and just get
Yeah,
really hot and go 6 for 6 in the second half and help win Duke a basketball game. I think I've seen that. I forgot who they played in the tournament. It's blanking my mind, but they played someone in the tournament. And right before the tournament, they played Miami before the tournament, where that also was the case for AJ Griffin. So I seen a lot of upside
Yeah.
from him, but I,
And
now what's up?
Karam says, before you go, Karam says I'm down
Mhm,
for Shane Sharp and OKC. That I'd love that for you guys.
mhm.
Shannon Sharp has free restraints to do whatever he wants down in
Yeah,
OKC.
yeah.
Just and Thunder are discussing trading up from 12.
Well, okay.
We'll discuss rumors about trades after we're done with
After
this
we're done, yeah.
because there's a lot.
Um. So here we go. So all right, now I want to say Tari Eason can be a can, and I know a lot of people do. Tari Eason can be a lottery.
Yeah.
He's at 15. Now Tari Eason, I watched a lot of his games live. And he was cool. He was cool. Um, and I understand why you would have him at 14 over Mark Williams. That is cool. I honestly could care less. EJ Liddell, who I've grown to be a little bit higher on. I think he's a good power forward. Malachi Branham as well. I didn't see much from Ohio State this year, so if you would have told me like 3 or a month ago where to put EJ Liddell, Malachi Branham, I probably would have had him in the late 20s just because of their name. But I've heard some decent things about him. Marjan Bootcamp. Um, he is not a shooting guard, first off. Let's make that clear. Marjan Bootcamp is a small forward. Um, he plays like that. His size is 6'7", so he is that. He is a small forward. He plays with a lot of effort, great rebounder and defender, can finish at the basket. Not the flashiest scorer, but I love Marjan Bootcamp. Nikola Jovic is basically the European version
Oh my
of
gosh.
Jabari Smith, bro. Just a 6'10" perimeter player. That's literally what Nikola Jovic is, bro.
But
If
take
you
out the
look at that
defense.
team, what's up?
Take out the defense though.
Yeah, no, he's
He's the
yeah.
next Serbian.
He's
He's the
just a
next
perimeter.
Serbian
He's a
European
6'10" perimeter
offensive
player.
player.
Man. Yeah, that's honestly like the biggest way to describe him. He can score with shooting the
Ooh.
ball. And man, if these 6'10" players just develop any kind of inside game, he could just be so much higher. But he's basically like a little bit of a worse version of Jabari Smith. That's
Oh
honestly how
man,
I see it.
oh man, Dylan's gonna be mad.
Why? He likes Nikola Jovic?
No, no, no. Next pick, go.
Oh. Okay, and here's where we get to Ty Washington
Oh,
and Kennedy Chandler. Now, when I watched Ty and I'm laughing because I know I am the only one on this hill, and I will accept it. I will accept it. Ty Washington and Kennedy Chandler at 20 and 21. Say what you want about Ty Washington, but he is one of the better playmakers in this draft class. I think him and Dyson Daniels have that playmaking potential to be great in the next level. And Ty Washington, as he was, let me see, let me get a shoot. He was a 45% field goal shooter, averaged 12 points per game. He had some great scoring flashes that I seen. He has some great shooting flashes that I've seen, has a solid jumper. And I don't know, man. I don't think it's like this criminal thing like people are saying to have him after Kennedy Chandler, have Kennedy Chandler higher over him. Like Corrupto's in one spot, that's fine. But the way Dylan was talking about it, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't see it. And maybe y'all can correct me. I don't see how Kennedy Chandler is that much better than Ty Washington. I think, like I said, he has the playmaking ability. He's had multiple performances where he just had outbursts when it comes to scoring. So he has that potential. I just think he lacks consistency in the scoring department. He did miss games last season leading into the tournament, which hurt him as well, which hurt his stock. But I think the playmaking, the scoring potential, the scoring upside with Ty Washington, I love. And he is 45%. That's pretty efficient. Now with Kennedy Chandler, I don't think he is the better playmaker, and Kennedy Chandler as well. I mean, it could go either way. I think they're basically almost the same when it comes to scoring as far as their production. Kennedy Chandler averaged what one and a half more point than Ty Washington and 1% more from the field. Um, but the playmaking, think I would give to Ty Washington, and I just think that their defense. It was hard for me to evaluate that because it's hard to find defense. You got to kind of go off of what you hear from people. Um, so I don't know. I think they're close. I think it's very interchangeable. I could wake up tomorrow and change my mind and have Kennedy Chandler at 20 and Ty at 21. I think it's that close. But Corrupt, what do you think? Because I know you have an opinion on this.
You hear me right? All right.
Yes.
So, I think it's. I think, like I said, I had Chandler at 21 and Tata at 22.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think I just like Kennedy Chandler's first off defense better. I think he's a better defender than Tata Washington, and I
Okay.
like his. Honestly, Kennedy Chandler's more just overall, just he's an all around kind of point guard. He can
Mm-hmm.
defend, and he's 6 foot. That's the only really knock that he has. He can do
Yeah, he's
everything he
very
can.
small.
He can do everything in basketball, but he's 6 foot. That's his
Mm-hmm.
biggest problem. Um, but he's a good defender for his size. He's a good scoring all around, and I think he's more consistent than a guy like Tata Washington. And same thing, I think he's
Mm-hmm.
more durable than Tata
He
Washington.
is. Yep.
Um, KD Chandler, I think, has a little bit more upside than people give him credit.
Mm-hmm.
Kennedy Chandler was projected more towards the lottery pick. Same thing with Tata Washington before
Mm-hmm.
the season started. Um, yeah, I like they're both around the same spot though. Let me go into a little bit of the
Mm-hmm.
chat before we go. Move on.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right, James, I'll get to you. I got you now. Sorry, guys, I missed the last few minutes. Who are the best international players in your opinion? I think one's
Ooh.
Jovic,
Jovic,
two is Dieng,
Yang, Kamagate.
three or four is Kamagate, and then you probably got
Uh-huh.
like Hugo Besson. If I'm saying that correctly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's
I
not
feel
a
like I'm
lot.
forgetting somebody.
This draft class is not internationally driven like
Yeah,
others.
wait until
Like,
next year. Wait until next year.
yeah, this draft, this is a very college based and G League based draft class.
Kai Soto? I think I'm
I
forgetting somebody.
guess. I mean, all the last two guys you just named, I have them in like the 30s, late 30s, high 40s. This is, I don't know.
Hmm.
This is not an internationally driven draft, but like I said, Jovic and Dieng and Kamagate are my top three.
It's interesting. I don't know if you really count Gene Montero because he's from France,
But he
but
played.
he
Like his
played
draft
he
profile
played
is
this.
an American. Yeah. So I
Yeah, he
mean I
played
guess
in the
if
overtime.
you count Gene Montero, he's up there. I think he's over Kamagate if you're saying that. Um, but yeah,
Mm.
those are the
Mm.
consensus. Is Jovic Dieng are kind of the consensus top
I feel like I'm
uh
forgetting somebody though.
international guys. Speaking of G League players, we move on
Mm.
here 22 to 26. Jaden Hardy. Um,
Wow.
he was highly regarded and as a top 10 prospect before the season. Now he did drop, as you see, to 22, and I think he was around a similar spot or like 20 on Corrupt's draft board. I think Jaden Hardy did show flashes in the G League, flashes of high scoring potential. Was not consistent though. Did not have a big of an impact as I thought he would in the G League. I thought not maybe at the same level, but I thought he would play similar to how like Jalen Green did in the G League, and he just kind of disappointed. Maybe that's just my fault for having a little bit high standards for him going into it. Um, but he still has scoring flashes, still a great shooter, can create shots one on one. He's a good isolation guy. His playmaking is a little bit concerning. As from what I've seen in the G League, wasn't really active as a playmaker, but he did have Dyson Daniels there to fill that role, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, the scoring potential, the scoring upside is there for Jaden Hardy. He's a 6'5" shooting guard, so he fits perfectly as your typical NBA guard as far as measurables go, and he's number 22.
Why don't you just finish the entire round? And then we go.
Before I move on, Kai Soto plays in the Philippines. Okay, that's cool. And Aladdin, you're from the
Yeah,
Philippines,
he's
correct?
Kai Soto is like the next like Philippines guy
Oh,
because
so
Jalen Green is Filipino.
Usman Dieng. I hate doing this. Another 6'10" small. It's
Oh
just
my
another one.
goodness.
this is not a great international draft. And Usman Dieng, I feel like by default here, and I mean, he's kind of like him and Jovic are in the same, literally kind of the same player. If you guys, or not the same exact player, they're similar players. So I have him there. Dalen Terry, who I've started to gain more respect for. Um, he's a 6'7" guard, good facilitator, a decent ball handler, a good defender. Dalen Terry. Um, and the thing is, I just when I watched Arizona, he kind of got overshadowed by Matherin and Christian Coloco. Now he's a better prospect. I think he's more NBA ready than Coloco. But at Arizona, Coloco had a higher role on that team. But Dalen Terry, with the playmaking, his ball handling upside, and his defensive upside, is why he deserves to be here in this in this top 30. Blake Wesley, that's more Corrupts guy than my guy. Um, and if I'm being honest, out of everybody on this big board, out of everybody, I've probably looked at him the least outside of Kendall Brown. So like I said, that's a rough guy. But from the little I did seen, I did like what I seen from Blake Wesley. And I'm gonna do a lot more before the mock draft. But I think from what I've seen, he is able to be in the top. Kendall Brown is interesting. Now, to my knowledge, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Not a lot of hype before the college season, but I think he made his name throughout the college tournament, up until Baylor got eliminated
Oh
disappointingly.
wow.
Um, fuck, and someone's calling my phone.
Want me to talk?
No, I just
Okay, okay.
I don't have to answer it. Uh, but Kendall Brown's there. He
My
is
guy.
the next best big man. Um,
Hey yo.
after Mark Williams, the next best center after. So, I mean, Walker Kessler's a decent finisher, and Corrupts, you something up to me. The other we were talking about, I was talking about he is Jakob Pertl. He is that type of player. Maybe a little bit more upside. I don't know what Corrupt's laughing at. I think I know he's laughing. You got Bryce
Chat.
McGowan. I don't like McGowan's as much as other people do because consistency and his efficiency is just not where I want it. I'm gonna pull up some of his that I have here. If my phone will load, there we go. Bryce McGowan shot 40% from the field, 27% from three, and 40 from the 2 point range. That is not good efficiency. That is he's
Mm.
up 16 points per game. That's on a very, very high volume with low efficiency. I think points per game is very skewed.
Yeah.
He's not a great playmaker, only put up 1.4 assists per game. And I don't really like his Christian Braun is
Um.
cool. What's up?
No, continue. Finish it. You
Christian
got two more
Braun
guys.
and Trevor Keels, they're both cool. Christian Braun's a cool. Um, he can improve from the 3 point land as a shooting guard. Um, and Christian Braun is cool. Trevor Keels, he's literally the great team player. He gave a lot of effort on defense for Duke last season. Shot the ball from beyond the arc decently. He is the ultimate team player. He could have gone to another college and had a higher role, but he just was basically at Duke and being a role player. And that's honestly what he's gonna be. I feel like his floor and ceiling are basically role player. So that is a big boy. Patrick
Yeah.
is a slight honorable mention, but still don't like him.
Okay. So just to say cool things.
Hmm.
Kendall Brown was actually higher
He was higher
preseason.
before the draft. Okay, well I didn't
Yes, he was
hear.
way
I didn't hear.
higher. He was closer to the lottery. He was closer to the lottery. He dropped significantly. Um,
Hmm.
who was yeah? Go back up.
All right.
Go back up just a little bit. Usman Dieng. Okay, so Usman Dieng is actually a little bit of the opposite of Jovic. Dieng is more of a defensive minded guy. He's 6'10", defensive minded, and he has a lot more defensive upside than anything.
Jovic.
He's a good catch and shoot guy and spot up shooter. Um, But yeah, Dieng is more of that. He's a good finisher as well, and he's actually a pretty good passer too.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I like a little, I like more I like Dieng a little bit more than when I first initially watched him. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's more of a defensive minded guy. In fact, he has to improve his scoring, but he still has some upside at scoring wise. The reason why Bryce McGowan is ultimately off of my list is because the more I watched him, the more I realized he's kind of a ball hog. The reason why he has such high volume and such low shots is because of the times where honestly he could have passed it to the old mid roll man, he could have passed it to the open guy in the perimeter, but instead he just decided to take a bad shots. And you know how I feel
Mm-hmm.
about those guys who take bad shots. Tween bad shot, no, fuck you.
That's mm-hmm.
Bryce McGowan does that a lot. But
Mm-hmm.
he does have potential, and Nebraska was booty cheeks, and he was like the only good player on that team. But still,
Mm-hmm.
right? If the guy's open, you pass it to him. That's my
Mm-hmm.
philosophy. So that's kind of why I don't really like McGowan's that much.
Okay.
But guys, I'm not a baseball fan, but nobody cares about stick ball, bro. Stick ball is trash. We all know it's not impressive. Shut up. Basketball and
Mm-hmm.
football is way better.
Yeah, as far as Kendall Brown, I wasn't informed of the hype of Kendall Brown before the season. So
He was lottery pick.
all I seen from him was the rest of the end of the college season and tournament play, which is why I 26 because he played sixth best player in this draft class when I seen him play and when I started getting into him. So that's why Kendall Brown is there. And then yeah, the rest of the list is cool. Like I said, Bryce McGowan's I am critical of him, but the upside is there. Corrupt. The reason and Corrupt just explained why he's not on his list. It's because Corrupt is
Yeah.
way more critical on inefficient shot chuckers than I am. I gave him a little
I
bit
didn't. I
more
hated Trey
credit.
Young.
I put more credit on his upside. No. Shot
James.
chucker will not make money. That's basically what happened there. Um, I think Christian Braun and Cherry
Yeah.
Kills have a higher floor than Bryce McGowan's, but I think he has the extremely higher ceiling than those guys. I think his ceiling outweighs their floor.
You know what, James? You know what anybody can do? Anybody can catch a dang baseball that got hit 400 feet ago. Anybody can do that with a good eyesight and can run to it. And anybody can do that. But you know what? And you know what? Nobody can do. Not a lot of people can dunk the damn ball. Like I'm just saying. I'm just
You know what
saying.
a lot of people can do, Kuro? People can break your ankles, right? A lot of people can
Hell
block
no,
jump
bro.
shot, right?
Hell no,
A
bro.
lot of people can cross.
Bro, I'm Drew Holiday. I'm Drew Holiday in defense, bro. Easy.
That's cap. All right, so Corrupt. We went
Can
through
you
the
hit the
big
ball?
board.
I prob-
What were you about to say?
probably not.
Wait, you
Probably
about to,
not, James. I probably can't hit the ball.
can you hit the ball?
No, 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 no.
Do you think you can hit a 90-mile-per-hour ball going at you? Like imagine a car going 90 miles per hour and you have to hit a baseball going that fast.
No. If you get it like 10 tries, maybe I can hit it once, like a graze, you know?
1 for 10.
1%. I'll take that. I tried.
Corrupt.
I don't know if you're frozen, but I tried the first time. I'm there. Shane McClanahan throws that 90 ball. Huh?
What
What?
was that? All
That's
right,
funny.
big board corrupts. Now
Thank you,
we
James.
can
Thank you.
shout out to James right now. I'm gonna take that down. Our big boards are out there.
Yeah. So first off, any of you guys
First
have any
off,
questions? Anything
yep.
you guys want to talk about? Any opinions that you guys have? Who you guys are very high on? Who you guys are very low on? I know
Mm-hmm,
Dylan and a couple of people are very, very low on Chet. Even though I'm
mm-hmm.
indifferent about him, and I know some people are higher on Bryce McGowan than I am. And so yeah, just talk to me, guys. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Yep. And big board. So
Oh,
I'm not gonna announce what we're doing for the NBA draft, but we will be doing something. But when we're having the NBA draft, I don't know about corrupt, but for me, this big board will be on display next to me. So that way when maybe two are gonna be in the chat asking us, who's picked or who's gone, I'll kind of also pick on my big board. So, let's say if a guy's falling, I'll be like, well, this guy was board, but he got drafted at 20 extra analysis. This big board will be on display when we do our
yeah.
draft, which will be announced on Tuesday, the day of the mock draft. What do you guys want
Um.
with your says Mick? Cor- who do you want with your picks?
Okay, so I have 3 picks. Four technically if you count the second round. I
Hmm.
think we're trading. I think we're trading. We have to trade. I think we're either trading 25-20 or packaging. I hope we're packaged up to get another lottery or a
Hmm.
higher pick. I think that's what we will do. So we have three picks, one in the second and two in the first. That's what I think will ultimately happen. Maybe we package like all 3 picks and try to go for the top three because the Rockets are there's some discussions with the Rockets. I don't think they'll take that though. I don't think they'll take that. But yeah, what I want 9. Benedict Mathurin is probably the number one guy. The more I thought about it, the more I think the more I've watched Benedict Mathurin, off the ball shooter, which we need. We need off the ball movement and 3-point shooting. He's very athletic, and I think he can create for himself a little bit. And I like that from Benedict, and I think he's a little bit of an underrated defender too, personally. So I think Benedict Mathurin would be the perfect guy at number 9 for us. But other guys I'm looking at, Jeremy Sohan would be good. Tari Eason's been linked to us a lot. I've opened up a little bit to Jalen Duren, mostly because I think, heck, if we get Jalen Duren, I think he'll be better in the future than Jakob Poeltl. So whatever, and he should be a great PNR guy, pick and roll. So those are the guys I'm looking. But okay, in the 20s, because I've Jesus Christ, in the 20s, Jalen Williams, Blake Wesley. Heck, I'd be fine with Usman Dieng, Dalen Terry, Kendall Brown, and maybe Jaden Hardy for we'd pick the upside pick.
Hmm.
Those 4 or 5 guys I'm like very interested in the 20s, and I wouldn't mind any of those picks, But I think we do definitely need to invest in a power forward or a forward of some kind. We need to because that's our biggest problem right now, and rebounding. But
What's up over the top? What's good, my man's? All right, so real quick before we get to y'all's comments, what I want at our pick is basically a guard who can score or facilitate or do both. That'll come off the bench. So I'm looking at a guy like Kennedy Chandler, Ty Washington. Dalen Terry might be an option. He's a bigger guard, less of a scorer than I want. So that's why I probably have Jaden Hardy as the option over him. But then Dalen Terry would probably be my fourth option. If not that, then maybe a backup power forward. Now the power forward, we'll probably be able to get that in the second round, honestly, because the guy we would draft and reach on as a backup power forward in the first round, we probably would get him in the second round. Because let's be honest, the top power forwards are going to the lottery, and then from like I want to say from like EJ Liddell, and there must be somebody I forget about, but I think from
how's the
EJ
ball
Liddell
getting there?
after that, and Patrick Baldwin, which if we draft him, that's the only power forward I don't want. I'm gonna be livid. But other than those two,
Oh, and brother,
probably be
in
able to get
Philadelphia,
Christian Koloko in the
that'd
second
be
round,
horrible.
which whatever. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, backup guard. My top options are Washington, Chandler, and Hardy.
Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams, yes, I forgot about him. Yes, he
Yeah,
also could be an
I think
option.
you'd love him. 6'6"
Mhm,
with a 7'2" wingspan. Oh my gosh. Oh my
mhm,
gosh, Jalen Williams. I love Jalen Williams. Dylan says, "Oh my bad. Let's get to you, James. You've been asking this question so many times.
mhm,
What should the Suns do with An? Move
mhm.
on from him. Don't pay him max money. He doesn't deserve max money. And the
Yep.
Spurs have been linked to An. If we pay him max money, I'll be pissed. So, I think An should move on. If you can sign and
Mhm,
trade, that'd be the best for the Suns. If you can somehow get a sign and trade. Um, yeah, I'm thinking you can definitely look for options in this draft. Try to get an NBA ready guy in this draft right now with for Aiden. But if you get like a higher pick, probably be like as a pick swap and a bad player, or it could be a good player and a late first rounder for a team that needs center. Maybe. It depends though. Dylan
mhm.
says, "What team do you think will is most likely in the lottery to trade their pick?" Good question. Okay, so since that happens, by the way, what's up over the top? What's up, man? I see you. There's been a lot of trade rumors.
Yep.
So let's start from probably the biggest one is the Oklahoma City Thunder. They really want to trade up from 12. They have two
Yes.
and 12, and they want to trade up. I think number 7 specifically, the Portland Trailblazers has been the biggest rumor and the um, biggest story this offseason
Mhm.
so far. And Lou Dort could be traded along with that pick too. So, and then you have the Kings who've been looking to trade theirs. The Pistons might, and then the Spurs could trade theirs. I think that the team that's most likely to trade their pick for another team,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, the Kings. The I actually no. Ooh, this is hard. Honestly, the Portland Trailblazers might. I think the Portland Trailblazers might honestly try to take a guy who's a little bit more NBA, like just a proven guy, rather than take a rookie, um, which I think is the wrong thing to do personally. But you
Mm-hmm.
know, Portland Trailblazers, they have Damian Lillard, and Damian Lillard wants to win. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, there's been a lot of. What do you think about the trade rumors, Mr. Nas?
Um,
And what kind of trades would you like to see?
I would, because this team, I mean, they got the unfortunate luck of the lottery. The New York Knicks, I would not be surprised if they were to trade up into that top
Yes.
8 area. Sacramento, if they are interested in trading their pick, the Knicks are probably going to be on that. And like we said, OKC, those are the top 2 teams who are going to trade up higher in the lottery. If I want to see what Portland does here because Damian Lillard wants to win now, so you kind of have to build kind of go through a quick retool. So if
Yeah, me
someone
too.
does give you a guy who can help you win now for the 7th overall pick, then I think you do that if you're the Trailblazers. Um, Detroit, they're gonna stay there. Indiana's interesting. Indiana's interesting. I feel like they don't have like a locked in decision on what they want to
Miles
do at number 6. I would assume they're gonna use that pick right now, but I would that could be a shocker team maybe. The Spurs, that's their team I would not be surprised trading. Um, because I mean you guys have picks, so if you guys want to trade this pick right here, swap lottery picks and then give them an extra pick later in the round, I would not be surprised if the Spurs do that. So those are the main teams right there. Randall to Portland says a big play Slay for the 7th overall pick. Mm,
Bro, I don't care if they have Julius Randle and Damian Lillard, bro. Portland would not make the playoffs, bro. I don't like Julius Randle that much. Julius Randle's my second least favorite player in the NBA.
why?
Uh,
What did he
he's
do
a
to you?
he's a bad teammate. He's a dick. You see what he did to those coaches? The coaches were like, "Hey, dude, this is what you did wrong," and he snatched it and fucking threw it.
Oh, I didn't see
Man,
that.
you didn't see that? I'll send you that. I'll send you that. He's a meme,
Aiton
bro.
has
He's a meme,
talent
bro.
more than anyone in this draft, says James. I don't know. I don't know if he has more talent than any.
Talent? No,
Aiden's not the first overall pick in this draft class. I don't think so.
I don't know. I think Aiden's
He's a
definitely a
lot.
top
He's a
pick.
lottery. He's a lottery.
I think he's.
He's definitely a lottery, but I don't think he's the first overall pick.
I think Aiden's top 5 pick in this draft class. What
I can.
NBA teams would be good in the West? Let's keep it to draft. And I say that Aladdin because there's still free agency. The draft hasn't even happened yet. So let's get through the draft and free agency before we start going through our predictions.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
Portland, the experiment's over. It's time to tear it all down and start over. Yeah, I think that's what they should do. I think Portland should trade everything. Should start doing rebuilding. Even they should trade Dame. Honestly, for the betterment of their franchise, they should trade Dame. In my personal opinion,
and the betterment of
they
him.
won't do it. And the betterment of Dame, but they won't do that.
No, they're gonna, like I said, they're gonna go through a quick retool. Kevin Love to the Bulls. If that happens, that'd be interesting.
You know, I'm not even mad at that take, James. Honestly, because this is not a. Because in any other draft, I'd say no, but this draft, like I can legit see. I don't know. I don't maybe. It's kind of weird because in hindsight, you know what I'm talking
Hmm.
about? In hindsight, we're looking at in hindsight because we know what AIM turned out to be. But if we kind of look like as a prospect, AIM probably would be a top 3 pick. Maybe.
Okay. Have y'all heard the album? Honestly, never mind. Was
No.
that Drake's album?
Yeah.
I heard it
I
was bad.
I heard it's so bad. I haven't
I
listened to it
heard
yet.
it's terrible, dude.
Sir
Sir,
says Drake album
yeah,
sucks.
yeah. I heard that, bro.
Who said it? So somebody was funny in the pick aside. Somebody said Drake's album did better than Jason Tatum Game Six. I was like, oh my god.
Wow,
he said that.
wow.
He
That
said that. That's
wow,
funny, bro.
wow. Okay, Jason
I'm hoping
Tatum,
that
you got
he
to
gets
your
some
game up,
good.
home slice. Big good slice says, you know what would be good fit for Randall that he can go to already with a bunch of forwards of Sacramento? No, I don't think so. If they want a forward, you just draft Keegan Murray at 4 and call it a damn day. Don't fucking get Randall. No. Randall
Bro,
and
I
Fox
didn't.
will fit together. I don't know, bro. Randall with Sabonis and or Sean Holmes potentially, and would they still have Harrison Barnes?
You know,
No.
he's saying with De'Aaron Fox and Davon Mitchell, and he's saying if those guys weren't there, Randall would be like if he's saying if the Sabonis
Oh, Sabonis
wasn't
wasn't there.
there, he'd be a
I
he'd
mean, I
be like
guess
good for the Kings. I don't know. I
I
think
don't
Randall's a
know.
bum. I think Randall's a bum. Speaking of Randall, what's up, Dylan? Right? Randall's a bum, right, Dylan?
Even if Randall and them, even if I mean Sabonis wasn't there, if they wanted a forward, and let's say no Sabonis is on that team, draft Keegan Murray at 4
Yeah,
and call it
drafted
a
Aaron
day.
for bro.
Like it doesn't matter if you
If
want
you
a forward, draft Keegan
if
Murray.
they did not have Keegan Murray, I'd be if I was a Kings fan, I'd be so pissed because this is a
Yeah.
top three power forward and number four, Jane Ivey, Shane Sharp. They'd have to go Keegan Murray if they didn't get Sabonis.
Mm-hmm. I just listened to the first song of the album. I clicked off because I don't like the vibe of it. Certified Lover Boy is better than this past Drake. Even so about Certified Lover Boy isn't that great, but
Mid.
if that's better than this, then
You know, it's kind of every time. Okay. Dylan says Knicks reportedly offered Burks, Noel, and pick 7 for Blazers, and are intrigued with the Kings, willing to go all in, hoping they make a move for my mental sake. RJ Barrett to the Kings.
whoa for number 4. Whoa,
That'd be
whoa.
kind of crazy.
So you're saying De'Aaron Fox running the
No, no,
point?
no, 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 no,
Here's what you're saying. You're saying De'Aaron
no
Fox
way
run
they
the
do that.
point, Davion
No
Mitchell
way.
run the 2, RJ run the 3, Sabonis at the 4, and Rashawn Holmes running the
Serge,
5.
I'm tired of you, Serge. Yeah, bro.
You see, the thing is with that team, that's an okay team. That is a in the Western Conference. That's just a play-in team. That's the problem with trading that pick for RJ Barrett. That is just it's just a play-in team. If and in the West is a tough play-in to make. It's not easy making the play-in in the West.
Okay.
So that's what. Yeah, that's Fox, Sabonis. Yeah, yeah.
I just corrupted. Shut up, Serge. You mid, bro. You're a mid.
MG, did you go to the gym before this stream? No, no, I did not. No, I'm resting today.
Denzel says, guys, can my Warriors resign um
Otto Wiggins.
Otto
Well,
Wiggins and
Wiggins is
Looney?
under
No.
contract.
Well, yeah,
Wiggins is
Wiggins is
under
under
contract.
contract. Same thing with
Looney,
Looney,
I think
right?
Looney's still under contract. If not, I'd sign him over Otto Porter probably. Just let Otto Porter go.
Otto Porter's gone. He should be gone.
Uh, to be honest, I like Corrupt and Nas take on this. Hey, appreciate
Hey,
you,
yes, sir.
James.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man, well, James, if you've been liking our recent streams, you're gonna like Tuesday's mock draft stream.
Yes, sir. But
So,
James is more of a baseball guy, he said. So,
well,
go
you'll
Nas's
like tomorrow's stream
Phillies.
as well then, because I'll be doing baseball. So, yeah.
Stiff
but
ball trash.
but we're gonna announce it here today for the mock draft stream. That'll be Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Me and Corrupt will be joined by Josh and Donnie for the NBA mock draft. Same thing as
Yes.
last season. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna do it the same way. Maybe Corrupt brings out the headphones. I don't even know if he still has them. I think I asked him. I think last time I asked you, say you did. So
Who
we
knows?
could see the return of the headphones. He's not going to wear them, but maybe just a quick appearance. Um, yeah, yeah. So we'll
Who knows
be
what happens?
here on
Maybe I will wear them.
Tuesday, and then just we'll be having probably 2 baseball streams before that. Philly Athlete of the Week on Sunday. So, but that's the big announcement. And then on Tuesday, we'll have an announcement for the draft, which is on Thursday. Which me and Curve will be together for the draft. That's all I'm saying. I can't say anything else because I want to announce it specifically on Tuesday. So that's the deal.
Rhea said, "When is the mock draft?" The mock draft is Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Yep.
Serge said, "Ayo, that's sus mod. Please do something." He's referring to Big Fridge. Oh, what did Big Fridge say? No,
He
that
say
was
now. Are
Big
y'all
Fridge said
eating
something
cookies on
wild.
Tuesday?
Oh, what did you say, Big Fridge? You said something wild. What was it?
Pool. I think Pool's a restricted free agent. Well, they're
Pool
gonna
is.
resign Pool.
Yeah,
If,
Pool's
if
staying.
yeah, dude. Do MLB 2 round stream draft, bro. Bro, if I do the MLB draft, I might actually cry.
Hey, yo, Rhea. Hey, yo.
Bro, she always be making jokes like that, bro, with balls.
Bro, Big Fridge said something so hilarious earlier, bro.
What?
He was like, "How do you like boba? You're literally just drinking a bunch of balls." I was like,
Well, I mean, she is a
that's
woman. She is a woman.
I love you, Big Fridge. Don't count. You're funny as hell, boy. Suck these big Irish
Big
balls,
Irish ball.
Conor McGregor.
Oh yeah, Connor.
Yeah.
Oh man. B Hub. Oh, also I want to give my thoughts out to B Hub. He is a Celtics fan. His birthday was yesterday. They lost the finals on his birthday. So
Yeah.
B Hub, we're sorry from the bottom of our hearts. Fuck the Celtics, but yeah, we
That's
it
tough.
sucks that you had to experience that.
You know what? Also, I feel like a certain somebody's watching the stream right now.
Who do you feel like it?
I feel like Sean is in the background just
Yo, what if Sean's lurking, bro?
chilling, bro. He always lurks.
Yeah,
Say
he's
something,
lurking.
Sean. I know you're in here.
What if we just
I
see
know
the
you're in here,
Sportieri account come up with the eye emojis, bro?
bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Krupp, do you respect Jake as a man? I've not formed an opinion yet on Jake. I have not talked to him as much. The only people that I formed an opinion on is like you, Novel, Epic, Dylan,
Dylan,
Riv, Joel, and Drew, all hosts.
Drew, yeah.
I don't respect you as a man because you like football. So I'm joking.
Whoa.
Uh,
And my native brother corrupts.
so bro.
Bro, Corrupt looks like a skateboarder, dude. Are you gonna wear this for the mock draft? Like the same like outfit scheme, like of the backwards hat?
Probably.
You're gonna look like a skateboarder now, bro. This is skateboarder. What happens to Hoodie Corrupts, bro?
Hoodie corrupt,
That's
bro.
true.
It's a summertime.
It's true. You would literally
It's
die.
hot.
You would
I gotta be in
literally
this. I'm in this scared boy hookup until like December, bro. Not lying to you,
die.
bro. Wait until December, bro. December is my favorite month for just sports. And remember how I had like the red lights on?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, it was so fire, bro.
But he corrupts his ass. Whoa, corrupts. You gonna take that
Surge,
disrespect?
bro. Bro, you're shut up, bro. You have not seen me in my full form. It's kind of weird. I should do rag corrupt next. Okay. Y'all think I should do rag and corrupt?
He said Durag corrupts.
Do rag corrupt? Hey, I think I look good in do rag corrupt. Okay. It's corrupt playing Skate 3 IRL. Well, Big Fritz got the W, the most W. Football. I got you.
Don't say the S word. Soccer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, corrupts. I broke the code of law. You can't say soccer in front of soccer fans. Corrupts.
That's tough. But yeah, anything else? Yeah, December's my favorite month too. If I don't know anything this year, 2022, and everything going on. Yeah.
Corrupts. What are you thinking, bro? You're thinking.
Yeah.
What's up, Serge? How you doing, man? What's up, bro?
Nas. Corrupt, have you measured your hands? Bro, y'all make me insecure about my hands, bro.
What? That don't make sense.
No, you don't get it. Josh was bullying me, bro.
Bullying. Okay.
Yes. He said he posted a picture and he was like, Josh,
Mhm.
Corrupt, why do you have such big hands, bro? I
Mm-hmm.
was like, what? What are you talking about? I don't have big hands. And then he posted a picture of me with like a big hand, like my hand was like this, and it was like big as hell. He said it's as big as your fan back there, and all that kind of stuff. He was making them jokes and stuff, and now I'm like insecure. See, like BL, I don't have Hulk hands, guys. My hands are perfectly sized. Okay, I have not measured my hands. That'd be a good skit. Halfway through the stream, I'm gonna just measure my hands. I don't know. How long do you think my hands are? Damn, MG, look, my hands are as big as my fucking face. Bro has to use 2 hands. I'm dead. What are you talking about? You have to use no. B-Hub says hoodie B-Hub. Yes, sir, bro. Bro, hoodie B-Hub is different, bro. Bobon hands. I do not have Bobon hands, bro. Oh my gosh.
Is hands gonna be the roasting this time, bro?
Bro, Tuesday. I know Josh is gonna bring it up and everybody in chat's gonna flame me for it, bro. I know it. Y'all, everybody in here better be here for the mock draft stream. Me,
Yes.
Donnie. Dude, that was the best stream ever, bro. I don't care any other stream. Don't care about the finals. I don't care about anything else, bro. That mock draft stream was the best stream. No way, Deshaun Watson's out for the year.
Let's see. NFL. Let me look at this. Adam Schefter, somebody.
Let me
No,
see
it's
it.
not official yet. It is rumored that he could be, but it's not official.
Have y'all seen B-Hub hair? No, bro. B-Hub does not have hair. I refuse to believe that B-Hub has hair.
Really?
Yeah, B-Hub
Yeah.
seems like a non-hair kind of guy.
Damn. So you think he's bald?
I think he's neither. He's in a state of not baldness and not hairy.
Let's see.
Oh,
NFL.
it says Deshaun Watson's camp is expecting a full season suspension.
Oh god.
So that's a rumor. Could happen.
We'll see. But corrupts chat. Any last words you guys have to say?
No, guys, thank you guys for coming out here. An hour 30, actually, compared to other streams, this is a short one.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you guys for coming, sharing our big boards, and just our prospects and our, thoughts on the draft. In fact, before we go, I forgot about a couple of people that I like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So you have keep your eyes out for Christian Braun, who B-Up does have, and Andrew Nemhard from Gonzaga. Those two guys should be in the 30s. Late, I mean, my bad. Early second, maybe late first round. I doubt it, especially for Christian Braun. He should be late for maybe late first round.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, guys, thank you guys for listening to our prospects. And if you're listening to this afterwards, just drop your predictions down below if you like our picks, if you don't like our picks, and yeah, thank you, Nas, for having me on this draft process. Cannot wait to come back here next week.
Sir, Tuesday is the day, bro. Tuesday is the day, and then Thursday is the day. I can't wait to announce what's gonna happen on Thursday. So y'all gotta come on Tuesday to
Yes,
see what's
B-Up.
gonna happen Thursday. And Tuesday's gonna be a fun stream too. Yes, I'll join the bar B Hub. But appreciate y'all for being here. It's been a fun stream,
I
like
like
Corrupt said,
that.
a little bit of a shorter stream, but we
Yeah.
got to the point. We got y'all's opinions, so that's how it's gonna be. See y'all for the mock draft stream, where we'll actually be giving our picks from 1 to 30. So
Yes, sir.
y'all be here. I appreciate y'all for supporting, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been Corrupts. It's been myself. You see Corrupts. You see myself. Appreciate y'all for being here. And until next time, don't die. And I think you know what we're gonna do to end the stream, Corrupts?
What's up? What we're gonna do?
We are going to share some nice Indian tunes with the guys.
Oh my god.